So in 2003, this 19-year-old Elizabeth Holmes, right? She just dropped out of Stanford. Can you believe it? And it was all because she was like totally afraid of needles and wanted to change the world. So she filed a patent for this wearable drug delivery patch. How innovative, right? But then her vision just took off into something so much bigger. I mean, she wanted to run comprehensive health tests from just a tiny, tiny amount of blood. Wow. So she founded Theranos, convinced that with enough willpower, she could literally change the laws of physics and biology. So the main thing she talked about was this super tiny vial called the nanotainer. It's literally the size of a pill. Can you believe it? And she said that just a few drops of blood in this little thing could find out all sorts of diseases. I mean, from high cholesterol to cancer. How amazing is that? It's such a captivating story, right? It totally skips over those huge vials and those scary veins. It's all about making healthcare accessible to everyone, everywhere. So instead of just having the usual medical experts, she totally switched it up, right? I mean, can you believe it? She brought in these super famous political figures like Henry Kissinger and George Shultz. Whoa, that's so unexpected. Their reputations were like this amazing shield that kept people from questioning what was going on. It's almost like they created this vibe that made investors feel like Theranos was like this super important national issue. How clever is that? The hype turned into reality, or so it seemed, when Theranos partnered with Walgreens. They built wellness centers inside pharmacies in Arizona and California. Regular people began coming in, believing they were getting cutting-edge technology. They had their fingers pricked, trusting that the black box in the back room was analyzing their health with precision. The reality, however, was a technological disaster. The flagship device, the Edison, was a failure. It couldn't handle the small blood volume, the mechanics jammed, and the centrifuge often exploded inside the casing. Instead of accurate results, the machine produced error codes, or worse, random numbers that could lead doctors to make dangerous medical decisions. To hide the failure, the company resorted to massive deception. When patient samples arrived, they weren't tested on the Edison. Instead, lab workers secretly diluted the blood samples to increase their volume and ran them on standard commercial analyzers bought from Siemens, the very competitors Holmes claimed to be making obsolete.
Inside headquarters, the atmosphere was paranoid and toxic. Teams were siloed, prevented from talking to each other. Security guards monitored employees, and anyone who raised concerns about the accuracy of the tests was fired or threatened with legal action. It was a regime of silence designed to keep the lie alive.
But the silence couldn't last forever. Brave junior employees, including Tyler Schultz and Erica Chung, saw the danger to patients and refused to stay quiet. They secretly contacted John Carreyrou, a reporter at the Wall Street Journal. Despite aggressive threats from Theranos lawyers, they provided the crucial evidence that the technology was a sham. In October 2015, the Wall Street Journal published Carreyrou's bombshell article. The world gasped. The $9 billion valuation evaporated almost overnight. Regulators descended on the labs, finding them to be a hazard to public health. The partnership with Walgreens was dissolved, and the revolutionary devices were dragged to the scrapyard. The final chapter played out in a federal courtroom. In 2022, Elizabeth Holmes was convicted of fraud. The jury saw through the black turtlenecks and the deep voice, recognizing the scheme for what it was, a lie that risked lives for money. The saga of Theranos stands as a permanent warning to Silicon Valley. You cannot fake it till you make it. when human lives are on the line. The fall of Theranos, can you believe it? It's just shocking. I mean, really, for so many, this whole saga is like the ultimate proof that Silicon Valley's golden rule, oh, fake it till you make it, has a super deadly limit. It's just so embarrassing to think about. It showed us the danger of a culture where, oh my goodness, secrecy trumps science and charisma is valued over actual competence. I mean, come on. The lesson is so clear. True innovation, it demands transparency. In the end, you can't just disrupt biology with a sales pitch. Wow, what a mess.